two clubs here each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them out, their two-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his fourth season now from Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in Week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a dump off here complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
3rd down and
from the gun, here's Watson. Going underneath for Lewis. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 3 yards the game there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7. At the 30.
Now a first carry for Dion Lewis. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5.
They'll try to run for it. Lewis.
And 3.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Deshaun Hand able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, room here to run. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now the extra point.
Point after.
It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Eagles take over 1st and 10. at their own 24-yard line.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throwing on second and long. Watson dumps it off to Lewis. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 32-year-old quarterback from the University of Georgia, the 12-year vet Matthew Stafford.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
1st down, Rams.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Made the tackle. No gain on the play.
Throwing on second and long. Stafford. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
Different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
Too many syllables.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Defense.
The officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Eagles' 31-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Now a run with Edwards. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Fighting through pressure, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Matthew Stafford sacked.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll go underneath, dropping it off to Edwards. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
Eagles 7.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Harold Landry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brought down back at the 16-yard line.
(10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
10. Eagles 7.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So another try after the first down sack. Watson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. A big play there for the Eagles on third down. 45 yards.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into third and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Watson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
To Dion Lewis. A gain of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Lewis. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So here are the Rams to take over. They're trying to get back on track. They had the loss last week to the Dallas Cowboys. The good news, they've got the lead right now. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Here's Edwards. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
1st down, Rams.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's complete to his running back, Evans.
Stafford's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford to Evans on the slant. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They run with Edwards. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. second and
from the gun. Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's third down.
Covered by Christian Fulton.
Now Stafford. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First down, Los Angeles.
Now it's Edwards. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second down at the 20.
This is Edwards. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 21. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
6. And it's third down.
Now the 5th-year running back, it's Jalen Richard. And he is going to have a Rams first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun. Stafford. This will be caught at about the 6.
Stafford's pass.
And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Los Angeles.
From the gun. Stafford. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks.
Complete.
Brandon Cooks. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams add on to their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good to make it 17-7. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Deshaun Watson making his way back out. The focus of our players' spotlight. And this is, unfortunately for him, a montage he's probably not going to want to keep here for his files.
And I'm not so sure that he would describe it as a spotlight, although it is beating down on him pretty well, as is the rush. He's been hit, harassed, uncomfortable. It's been a really, really tough day for him.
Been sacked 6 times. See all that pressure coming from all angles. Watson on first down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Deshaun Hand able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Stafford. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Stafford, his throw caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Sterling Shepard as the first half is winding down. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, and it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. Garrett Gilbert has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's Matthew Stafford who's had it working in the first half. His guys lead on the road in Philly as we send you back up to Lincoln Financial Field and rejoin Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Rams.
From the gun, Stafford, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Stafford over the middle to Evans. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles 39. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Airing this one out for Evans. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And this one is right down the middle. And that will push this lead up to 20 now.
27, Eagles 7.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 23-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he comes back with one complete.
Watson's pass.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
They run. This is Lewis.
22-yard line.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Watson, and it's caught. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dion Lewis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And his kick is good. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Dion Lewis touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Now a first down throw. Stafford looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
On second and 9, Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line.
A gain of 18.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford, and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Receiving team. Give it down. What's the deal, y'all?
And the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. On 1st down, Watson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. DJ Waddle brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And that is incomplete.
But we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, L.A. Gus Edwards. 57 yards, and the Rams add on to their lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Point after here coming up. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. All right, let's discuss Dion Lewis as he gets set to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage. Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Now he dumps this off over the middle and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
That's good. One Eagles. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
23 yards the pickup there.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, it's Watson. Crowder's got it over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Rams' 34-yard line.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
That's good.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Again, it's Lewis. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
It's now 3rd.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now Crosby for the point after. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Dion Lewis touchdown run. touchdown. Here's Crosby to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played. But he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number one, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, Edwards. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Out of the gun, Stafford. Evans has it left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And it's third down.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. It's caught. Shepard. Touchdown, L.A. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
1-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. And it's 3rd and short.
Incomplete. He was covered by Denzel Ward.
Out of the gun, Watson. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And he's got his man on the out route.
4 yards.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Los Angeles, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our